Let's look at ways to store prompts outside of ChatGPT and Claude. The simplest example of this is to have a document, for example, a Google document that you can access from any browser window. So I'll call one here on my computer just prompt library, nice and straightforward. And you can see the prompts that we have been using up until now is already stored there. And just filling out the text here to show that obviously you can just simply copy and paste new prompts as you find them. But what you can do that makes this a bit cleverer than just being a big long document that might take as long to search through is, as you create a new document, what you can do is create a bookmark. So if we go insert and then scroll down, bookmark, what you can then do, so you can imagine this might be page 10 of my big comprehensive prompt library. If I go to this bookmark here, and this is a bookmark for a prompt to generate some social media post ideas. So what I can do is copy that bookmark, and this is where it gets a bit cleverer in terms of planning your workload. If I go into my calendar and create an appointment here to generate new social media posts for the month, what I can do straight away in the description box is create a link to that part of the document. So if I click save on that now, and then I come in to do the job when the time comes, and I click on my hyperlink, and it brings me correctly to the exact prompt that I need. So if I click copy on that, go into ChatGPT, I'm ready to do that task. So time blocking and linking to the exact AI prompt that I want just helps you be more organized, and also make sure that you don't lose the idea that you had to use that particular prompt. So here is quite a nice one actually to give you some ideas for social media posts. So this prompt, all you need to do is put in who you write for. So we might be doing social media posts for small business owners on the Isle of Man who I'd like to offer AI training support to, but unsure how confident they are in using AI. It then says list their top 10 pain points, and for each one suggest 5 problem-solving content ideas, a compelling and punchy title, an interesting hook, and a few bullets to outline what key points we would cover. So if I click go on that, this is an example of something that might be quite helpful just to get your thoughts going. So it's coming up with what it thinks would be the top 10 pain points. For example, lack of time, not sure where to start, fear of making mistakes, lack of confidence, etc. They all sound reasonable to me. And let's see what it's doing in terms of coming up with some content ideas. So for the pain point of lack of time, number 1 idea, AI in 10 minutes, how to save hours without the hassle. Well, I suppose that sounds quite interesting as long as you deliver on that promise. Idea number 2, small shifts and big results. Idea number 3, a 3-step plan. So these all sound quite good for that pain point about time. Pain point number 2, about uncertainty, where to start. Well, AI for beginners, that might put somebody at ease. How to pick the right tool for your business in 5 minutes. What can AI actually do? So again, these all sound quite good. Number 3, fear of making mistakes. And it goes on. It's actually said here, would you like me to continue with pain points 4 to 10, or do any of these resonate more? So you can see with quite a short prompt, it's coming up with a big long list of, and some of those are going to appeal to you more than others and give you some ideas to write down your content ideas for social media for the next week or so. So that's one idea, a simple prompt library that you can just copy and paste prompts that you find that you like. And as I say, you can actually add in bookmarks to make those more helpful and be able to link to them in calendars. The beauty of it being a Google Doc is that hyperlinking ability from your calendar clicking through within the same tab to the document's location. Another way to organise your content is in a tool like Notion. Notion is an online database. It is free to have an account, and they describe themselves as being a single space where you can think, write and plan, capture thoughts, manage projects, or even run an entire company. So I'm not here to be a sales pitch for them, but I have found it quite helpful. It's because it's online, because it's in your browser. You can capture ideas that you might have that might go across your work or your personal computer, just a place for me to store information. Now, there is a lot of customization you can do in here, and you can spend a long time creating different types of pages. It's almost like a little mini website or database. But the beauty of it, especially for this type of scenario, is that there are a lot of people out there who use it. So if you click on templates, you have the ability to find a template that somebody else has already created. So if we go free AI prompt library and go, you'll see we've got a few options on here. So if I click AI prompt library and click to add that, it pops up here to tell us that it's being added, and there we go, it didn't take long. So if I click on that now, this person has created this tool for us that says organize all of your AI assistant prompts in one place. They also say if you feel like it's helped, then you can go to their Gumroad page and give them a little donation. But what you can see here is they've created a structure that looks like a database table, and you can create new prompts, and they've put some examples in here and they've given them categories. So they have a job assistant, job cover letter assistant, a language tutor, something to help with analysing tone in writing, and a brainstorming partner as some examples there. And if we click new, you can see what happens is we can create a new prompt, new marketing prompt, just as an example to show you. Category, we can pick one here, let's call that brainstorming, and we could write the prompt that we wanted to really straightforwardly. You can give example outputs if you wanted to remind yourself of what it actually does. And there's a last updated field here, so you know that if you've not changed it for ages, maybe you need to give it a refresh. And you can add more notes in below if you wanted to. But that's as simple as adding a new line into this table here. But if we look at some of the existing ones, so for example, their brainstorming partner, sorry, clicked on the wrong thing there, click open, and you can see they've got quite a helpful prompt here, working together to generate many creative and innovative ideas. So you could quite easily copy and paste by clicking on that and then pasting that into ChatGPT. But similarly to what we were doing before with our calendar, what you can do on here is, if you have a little look here, if you click on it, you've got different options here, and one of the things you can do is click copy link. So if we copy the link to the clipboard, we can go back into our calendar and we can add in a new task, and we can add that hyperlink in by just pasting and click save. So we now have a new planned task, and if I click on it, it will take me straight through to the correct page. Oh, I clicked a different one, but yeah, you can see the point. It takes you straight into it where you can click copy, and then you can go into your ChatGPT window and you can click paste. And you can see this is a German language teacher prompt. So there's another way to organize your content, creating a free account at notion.so, looking at the different templates and finding one that might help, or you can just start a nice blank page. So for example, in mine, very straightforward. Let me have a look here. Bookmarks to AI stuff. So things that I might want to check out or remember to go back to, then I can just add them into the bottom here. And it is really easy. It's exactly like the Google Doc. You just type and you can, as I said before, click on it to the side and have the option there to copy the link. And that link will take you, no matter which page or which section or whereabouts in the document you are, if you've created a link, clicking on it from the calendar will take you straight into it, which is another way for you to get back to your organised prompts for reuse. I really hope that's been helpful.